Hey everyone, Crazy Greg here. I want to apologize for not talking about this sooner, but as I said before in the community thing, I didn't want to do this alone. So here I have with me is Cece and the ultimate voice actor. Say hi everyone.
Meow meow, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Sega announced a lot of interesting things at their Sonic Central vid. So what did you guys think of them?
Oh my god. When I first heard the news and everything, I missed out when it first was talked about because I was stuck at work. But my
Same.
friends were spamming my DMs like crazy. It was like, okay, give me a chance to breathe before I take this all the information in, like one thing at a time. So when I sat down and watched this myself, I was like, seriously? Really? I don't know where to begin to start with this.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest. I was watching this other YouTuber named what's his name? Gamer for Aces or something like that, and he predicted a Sonic Colors remaster. And as soon as I saw it on the Sonic Central, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he was right." How did he know?
It was leaked.
'Cause-
I know that.
Well, yeah, I heard it was leaked, but I don't pay attention to that stuff because could be it's still rumors. It's all up in the air, and none of this is like confirmed. And then I see that, and I was like, well, okay then. But I did not. I didn't really expect anything from Sega, even though it was like his 30th anniversary, and then they came out with that. I was like, oh, they're coming out with all this and that, and we got a new game coming up. And,
Let's talk about all the stuff that are relevant in my opinion. Okay, so we know that they are bringing back Sonic Colors. They're bringing back more classic games again, and they have these this Sonic promotional stuff in other video games
and merch. Don't forget the merch.
Yeah, the merchandising and everything.
The Shadow Necklace.
And then there's also Sonic Prime and the two-part Rise of the Wisp thing.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
And then there's of course the untitled Sonic game, which might have actually been leaked, but we're not entirely sure just yet.
I did hear about that from someone.
Yeah, like part of my community has told me so much about it too, but like seeing's believing. You don't want to get too hyped up over nothing.
Which is why we all ask everyone who's watching this right now to take what we say about the new Sonic game with a grain of salt, but only what we've discovered. All right, so let's get started. Colors Ultimate. What did you guys' opinion on that one?
To be completely honest with you guys, I joined the Sonic train pretty late, so I never really got fully into the franchise until maybe like a couple years ago. I've never played Sonic Colors before. I've heard of it, but I've never seen any gameplay of it. So I'm actually looking forward to getting it for myself on the Switch, so I can play it for the first time in a remastered aspect. Though I'm mildly disappointed. I was hoping they'd come out with a Sonic Adventure remake for both of them, 1 and 2. But hey, I'll take what I can get. So it's a new game for me as well. So it looks fun. It also explains where the Wisps come from in the later games. So
Well, I played Sonic Colors before, and I believe that was back on, I believe Wii or
the Wii
the
or
Wii.
DS, one of the two.
I played.
it came out in 2011, I believe, if it helps. 2010, 2011.
That sounds accurate. Yeah, I played it back then on the Wii. I enjoyed it. When I heard "Reach for the Stars," like I was hooked to that song. But it's like at the same time, since I played it before, it doesn't seem that kind of as big a surprise to me since I played it before. And it seems like a port, like most games have been the past couple of years, just better graphics. Can't say anything with controls yet because it could go either way. The only difference with this is the baby Sonic from the Sonic movie keychain. That's the only thing new. But based off the trailer, what I seen, I don't see anything different compared to my experience back on the Wii. So I can't say for sure I'm going to get this on the Switch or the Xbox One until I see something that catches my eye. Because if this is going to be like a rinse and repeat type of thing, like another port, I can't see myself spending $60 on a game I already played. And there's nothing new to it.
Yeah, well,
I've never-
let's talk about someone like me who's never even beaten a game like that before. So yes, everyone, you heard it. I played Sonic Colors before, but I never actually beaten it. And that's and as you also, if anyone remembers what I said about Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog a while back, I was young, didn't know what I was doing, but I'm also going to be getting it for the Xbox Series X because that's impressive to know that there's going to be an actual. It's going to be redone in HD and possibly a bit graphically remade as well, which I'm hoping is going to be the case. But
Yeah, that was my next.
If it's
Oh,
not,
go ahead.
then that's fine. But I'll probably notice there's some stuff they decided to keep from the Wii version, which is going to probably be obvious for a while. But that's all right. I know where this game comes from. I'll get used to the downgraded details.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Graphically wise, was there any difference you guys noticed?
The only thing
Because
the only thing that was really major, that was pretty different. The only thing that was interesting about it is that they were actually able to actually use the Sonic Unleashed engine and the way that they used it in Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, which I actually kind of felt was very impressive, because I always kind of felt the Wii was very inferior, despite some of the games that came out for it, like Mario Galaxy and everything. I didn't think any other third-party company could actually make it look good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I grew up. That was my first Nintendo console, the Wii. I mean, looking back at it now and comparing it with the other like consoles now, like the Switch and all that. Yeah, the graphics are kind of inferior and all that. But hey, back then that was like the prime, the best there was. And well, we grew up loving it to the point where we broke it. So.
Oh, CC?
I just like to point out too, like, coming from the Sonic community, like, most of my friends and I play almost every single Sonic game known to man, whether it's 8-bit, classic Sonic, or modern Sonic, wherever you guys want to call it. It's cool. It's coming like on all platforms such as Xbox, Xbox One, Switch, and PS4. However, it kind of shuts down a huge disappointment to the PC users. My friends have played the PC versions such as Sonic Generations, Unleashed, wherever's available on Steam. And I'm really sad to find out that they can't play the PC version unless they make an Epic Games account, which is kind of like sketchy and kind of unfair to the PC users.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that Sonic Colors is only going to be available for Epic Games?
Mm-hmm. Epic Game Store.
Wait, I missed that. Sorry. What's the classic games or like the modern games?
Apparently, Sonic Colors Ultimate is only going to be available on PC through the Epic Games launcher, not Steam.
You have to create an account with them in order to get the double copy. It's not going to be available on Steam.
Oh boy.
I assume that'll be a temporary thing. I'm sure it'll come to Steam eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, but that's kind of like a shot in the back. It's like you got so high hopes that like a lot of people play on PC, and most people like to stream it off their PC version.
Yeah, if you really ask me, I think people just wanted to mod it easily.
That's my guess too. Like
Oh boy.
they found so much fun when it comes to modding like certain Sonic games and all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's also another thing that really disappointed me about the Sonic Central, that I'm surprised that Sega has yet to even port yet, and that Sonic Unleashed.
What I was surprised about
if there's one game I'm surprised. Sorry. Let me finish.
No,
if
go
there's
ahead.
one game I'm surprised has not come to PC yet, it's Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, that was another one I've always wanted to play.
Well, you can on the Xbox One or Series X, it wouldn't matter, because the 360 version of it is backward compatible.
It's what compatible?
Backward compatible. You ever heard of it?
I've never heard of that.
So you don't know the term for newer consoles being able to go back and play the older console gens?
Kind of like how the Wii U can play like the Wii games,
and how the Wii can play GameCube games. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we call it, backward compatible.
Yeah.
That's
I could do that.
I'm surprised you don't know that.
Well, okay. I've known it's always there, but I just never knew the term. So you learn something every day. But yeah, I could do that, or maybe we could just wait a little bit while and see what Sega has next.
Either way, despite the graphics not being up to par with today's, it's still a fun game. So if you have an Xbox One or 360 for that matter, you can still enjoy the game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the colors now, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about Unleashed.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way to play Unleashed these days is, especially for today's console, which is Xbox, is on the backward compatibility 360 thing.
Right. All right. Makes sense.
Now, moving forward, though. So, Sonic Colors getting reported for Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. Now, and only available for PC on Epic Games. And I know that's going to upset... And I know it's not just your friends who are going to be upset, CC. There's going to be a huge fan base of Sonic fans who are going to be upset with that decision. So, I feel them. I really do feel for them. I do.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be seeing and hearing it firsthand.
It's not going to end. That argument, that complaint's not going to end. Even when it gets released, it's not going to end.
No, it won't.
So
Fine.
yeah, it'll be. I'm probably am going to be streaming Sonic Colors when it comes out for the Series X, and it'll be fun because I've never actually played it, and I'm hoping CC and I could have a little co-streaming with each other.
Oh, that'd be fun. I would love to relive Sonic Colors once again.
And see how good it looks on the Series X.
But like, who knows? It might change my mind.
Well, if you might get it for the Switch, I'm sure it'll look good there too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's what I'm planning to do.
Well, we got till September, so we got plenty of time.
Yeah, but I'm also... I know this is off topic, but I'm also looking for the Skyward Sword one too. But that's a completely different thing.
Skyward Sword... yeah. I have to be honest with you. I did not like Skyward Sword much.
Okay. This is a Sonic channel, so we'll just move on.
I know. Well, okay, yeah. We're not talking about Zelda. Let's just move on, okay? All right, moving on.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think about the classics coming back?
To be honest...
No,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Alderman. Yeah,
No,
this one.
ladies first. Come on, you were talking
No,
first.
you speak.
No. Fine, whatever. I've played a couple of the classic games because they have them on you can get on your phone. The first game, the second game, and the CD game. Never actually beaten it, like get all the Chaos Emeralds because I didn't really understand how that worked.
Well, yeah.
But it would be fun to play it on your home console, just in widescreen format because there's so much more about the franchise I could learn by playing those games. Just start in the very beginning, just watch this blue hedgehog.
Yeah. There's no harm. Yeah, there's no harm in learning a few things after a long time. That's true.
I mean, back then it was like completely simple. Blue hedgehog, jump, spin, dash, and beat up the big fat man with the mustache. End of story.
Yeah.
And then the next game they added the two-tailed friend. Next game they added Red Echidna. Next game they had the Echidna again, but with the name of the title. And then they added Amy in the CD one and Metal Sonic, which he's also one of my favorite villains as well.
CD to many is actually I don't know if CC, maybe you can confirm this, but wasn't CD the first time they actually started using like actual 3D rendered backgrounds?
Yeah, it was around that time they started using the renders for the game. Like I'll be fair, like I haven't played any of these classic games you guys are mentioning, such Sonic the Hedgehog to Sonic CD. A few friends bought these games for me for my birthday a few times, and I want to show up because, to be fair, I didn't grow up with these classics. I grew up with modern, like Sonic Adventure 2 was my first game, and then I moved on to Heroes. So I'm a modern Sonic gamer compared to classic Sonic. But I might convince, like I might get these games to try. Like,
well, it would definitely be something to keep us occupied, if you know what I mean.
True, and it's a new experience for me. Like Ultimate mentioned, you never experienced Colors before. I never experienced any of these classic Sonic titles, so this will be a new experience for me as well.
It'll be a nice experience for everyone. I actually am really considering and actually rebuying the ports because if there's one thing I want to support Sega because those games are still classics.
You can't forget the classics.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And so I'll say so. Before we get into the big one, let's talk about the two TV shows coming out: the Rise of the Wisps and Prime. Okay, so first things first, Rise of the Wisps, a two-part mini show. What do you guys, from what we've seen and knowing that Metal Sonic's involved, what do you guys think of it so far?
Okay.
First off, here we go again.
All right, just keep going.
You're going first this time, Jake.
I'll go
I'm not gonna
first.
take no for an answer.
Me. Okay, when I first heard when they said Rise of the Wisp, I got thrown up. I thought they said Rise of the Lyric. It's like, okay, are they bringing back Sonic home?
No, we're not talking about that.
Oh god, I hope not. God, I hope not.
The game was terrible. The show was, I think, it was okay, but no, we're not talking about that.
I've seen like it's like it looks really cool. It looks really cool with the animation and the art style they're going with. Like, it's like something straightforward. It's like not high detail, nothing complex like 3D models like we see most like Sonic shows, like with Sonic Boom, for example, or with Sonic
don't
X.
Remind me about Sonic Boom.
But this is like a simple like paper mache cutout type of thing. It's like nothing too complex. It looks really funny. It looks really entertaining, and it's like something like a mini short out of a movie. And since it's based off like Sonic Colors, I don't know. It just like it looks really interesting. And it's like I want to learn more and watch more. It's like this could be like a new TV show, even though it's just like 1 or 2 webisodes.
But where would they put it? Like in the official YouTube channel for Sega or the not Twitch or something?
I've actually thought about that, and I'm having this really interesting feeling that maybe they might secretly add it into the Sonic Colors game.
Probably like DLC.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, DLC content or something.
Like an extra content, basically.
Well, based off on the trailer, it looks like they have like some new gear. Like I see, like my memory serves me right. Like the cube is like has a bandana, like dressed like a ninja.
Yeah,
like
it's like there's like these Wisps that the only Wisp that decided to stand up against Eggman. Sounds like okay, cool. We could use the help.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was pretty interesting. All right, so that's all right. Well, we don't know much about it, but so let's move on to Sonic Prime. And what we heard from there. We don't know much, only that the Eggman symbol has changed, and what we heard that Sonic is going through self-discovery and redemption.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound good.
That there is making me wonder: are we getting a darker tone Sonic story?
I would, with that terminology that the guy used, I would think so. It would probably be darker than the most Sonic games, maybe.
Well, I'm only saying it because of how the guy stated it.
That's true. Yeah,
redemption. When I think of redemption, I'm thinking back to Sonic Lost World, where Sonic screwed up big time by taking Eggman's control away from Zavok and his gang and everything.
Yeah, and but yeah, that basically was his fault. He might cause another mess up again. That's just, I mean, it's Sonic. He's like cocky and all that. He's bound to mess up big time one of these days.
Yeah, but my main concern, I'm sure you're wondering about this too, CC, is that new symbol of Eggman.
Yeah.
A what?
Yeah, I remember my friends been telling me so much about this with Sonic Prime, but we didn't have much info to go by, and I noticed they've been like fooling around with the logo design changes. It's like, okay, I'm getting confused by the minutes. Like, what's this is all about?
Well, all I do know is that the logo for Eggman is different in this one. Like, this might not be the same Eggman we're familiar with. What if this is a more sinister version? Like how it was back in the old Sonic Saddam style.
Or maybe how he's like in the IDW comics.
There's that, but I don't want to compare IDW with anything right now.
Oh, okay.
It could be
I'm not a fan
up to speed as I thought it was.
I'm not a fan of IDW.
Okay.
I mean, it could be a throwback to like classic Dr. Robotnik or classic Eggman, or maybe I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas. Probably Eggman Nega, whatever. I don't know. There's so many directions you could do with Eggman.
You mean like negative Eggman, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Silver's involved somehow?
We'll see what happens. We only know that Sonic is going to have a hard time. He'll pull through it like he always does, unless they finally give someone else.
I will say this: Man of Action, who was producing the thing, they have a pretty good rep.
They do, but at the same time,
I want to say we're in good. I want to say we're in good hands, but at the same time, I'm kind of skeptical.
I'm very skeptical.
I am very skeptical. Because it's Netflix, then we know how they've done. They've done okay.
Let me just put it into terms, right? I trust them. I trust people at Man of Action, but at the same time, I don't know how or what they're going to change based on on Sonic Prime, if it's going to be connected or it's going to be its own thing, is my question.
Like, did you guys hear rumors that the Sonic Prime was going to be like a multiverse or something?
We heard that, but I'm afraid we haven't really discovered if that's true yet. All right.
It's really not solid evidence just yet.
Yeah, I mean, to be cool, honest with you, Prime could be many things. I mean, there was also that rumor with Ryan, the original voice of Sonic, coming back, but so far there hasn't been any more information on that at all.
Okay.
And then Roger Craig Smith returning to voice Sonic, even though he thought he was out, but apparently he's not
I thought he was out too. So
the support and the love from the community brought him back, and then Roger didn't agree to it. We wouldn't have more of these Sonic classic titles.
Well, sadly, I'm just sad the Sonic community wasn't strong enough to have Jason Griffith stay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's like Sega really doesn't have like much choice. Like, can us as fans really see Sonic with a third person different voice as Sonic?
It's whatever at this point, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It's for me hard to adjust because I'm not used to the type of person that does changes.
Technically, wouldn't Roger be the fifth voice for Sonic?
Oh yeah, there was Sonic Underground and the Sonic Sat AM, so technically yes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But no, the original.
So yeah, the original voice of Sonic from the original voice of Sonic was in the old cartoon animation shows and movies. Then Ryan came in, then Jason came in, and then Roger. Okay, so he's the fourth. Yeah, fourth. Sorry, not fifth. Fourth.
Okay.
Unless I'm missing something. Unless you also count the voice of Sonic from CD as well. Because I don't know if you heard or not, but when you play Sonic CD, they actually gave him an actual voice every time he went to the future and past.
Oh, okay, cool.
So maybe he could be the fifth, but at the same time he could still be the fourth. Either way.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless I'm missing something, because I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but I gotta say, if they don't bring back Jason Griffin as Sonic, that's fine. Just bring him back as Shadow. We should be
yes,
okay.
Please. Bring back my boy. I want Jason Griffith back as Shadow.
Exactly. Just no offense to Kirk Thornton, but it's not the same.
I prefer him as Syax. I prefer him as Syax from Kingdom Hearts. He sounds more like a Syax than a Shadow.
You can keep Kirk as Orbot.
I'm fine with him as Orbot, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Orbot. Yeah, definitely. He plays Orbot with flying colors in that one.
Like, the chemistry with the Q-Bot as well is funny, too. I kind of find myself relating more to Q-Bot than Orbot, though.
That's the thing to point out. It's like we only heard certain voices with colors coming out. Do you think they got bring back those voice actors to play Q-Bot and Orbot?
I'm pretty sure Colors knowing the Colors is a report. I'm pretty sure they're going to have everything the way it was. If they did change, but if they do change a few things, that will be interesting. Although okay, here's another thing I do. Let's go back to the classic ports for a second here, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember that they stated that there are new levels being added?
I don't remember hearing that.
I heard something about that for some reason.
I want to say no, but at the same time, I want to say yes. I don't remember.
I may have to rewatch that real quickly. I mean, don't worry, but we'll get back. But let's focus. Let's go forward right now, all right? I don't want this to be a too long video, so now let's move on to the ending and the ending part of this whole thing and talk about the new Sonic the Hedgehog game coming out next year. And from what we've understand, it has been dubbed 2 titles. The first one is Ranger, and the second one is Zap.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason the reason why I say Zap is because somebody pointed out that the symbol that we saw at the end during the trailer with that glowing, I don't know, thing that kind of looks like it's infinite symbol almost, but if you look closely, it's actually a word really disoriented in a digital way, title known as Zap. So the title could be Sonic Rangers, or it could be Sonic Zap. We don't know. All we do, Cece?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I feel uncomfortable with the title Sonic Rangers I played Pokemon Rangers before. I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh god, how did I know you were going to talk about this? I just knew you were going to talk about this.
No,
The
this is
Rangers,
because
and that's the first thing you think of.
because I hear this all the time. It's like, if this is gonna be called Sonic Rangers, next thing you know, like I wear helmets, like go Sonic Rangers.
Oh god,
Oh
just
my
no,
gosh.
just no.
No, I was thinking like
Just no.
I was thinking like the Texas Rangers, not like the baseball team, but the old westerns. Like,
Oh jeez.
I mean, that would fit Knuckles actually, because he wears a cowboy hat at one point, doesn't he?
I
Walks into
I
the
get it.
saloon,
I get
doing a toothpick.
it. Guys, I get it. Okay, I get
Oh,
it.
sorry.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of people prefer the title Zap more than Rangers, so there's that.
Yeah,
I prefer
And
Zap.
going back on that, I actually rewatched it earlier this afternoon, and to be honest, when I saw that we discussed earlier that you said Zap, I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. It looks exactly like Zap. If you really think about it,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I mean, I don't know.
It looks like Infinite symbol as well. I know.
Well, I didn't notice the infinite symbol. I just noticed the word Zap.
I
like,
did. If you do a comparison of Infinite's symbol, then
Yeah.
you'll see that the one side of it looks very similar to one side of the symbol of the new Sonic game.
And that's scary to think of because of what we know of him that he's done. But at the same time, I'm enthralled because he's also like my top favorite villain.
Well, so basically this is why I think Infinite might be involved as well, because, or at least the Phantom Ruby for that matter.
Yeah.
You see, when the teaser reveal first started, we saw Sonic glow, which we've seen him actually do before, which is actually not entirely new for us. But then as he glowed, we saw purple cubes that were leading him.
I did notice that.
Yeah, and it kind of makes me wonder: did he get infused with a form of phantom energy or something? Because that's one thing that I'm kind of curious about. And then there's the fact that he has
Like
some
while
new
he was
speed force power.
Yeah, like maybe something happened while he was in the null space.
No, I don't think that's the case. I'm getting an interesting feeling that we're going to learn more about that story as it comes in. And it also but as I looked into it, there's a lot of more information came out about this game than was expected. And this game actually might have actually been announced months ago, not as a teaser reveal, but as actual information on one of Sega's websites.
This is not like the first time something get leaked out for like an upcoming game, and then the whole social media goes spiral crazy.
Yeah, well, people didn't really believe it because sometimes they're not real, but from what I've seen, it's possible this could be this game, because here's what we discovered about it, right? We know we've seen Sonic going through a wilderness, and seeing as he has new powers, which looks like phantom energy a bit, and there's also this symbol, which kind of like makes you wonder if Sonic's in a wilderness that is surrounded by ancient runes.
Okay, so he's
to me, I want to say, like, I'm like looking back at the trailer right now. It's like, I want to say he looks like on Planet Wisp and everything. He's using like the Wisp, like, and again with the cubes, like I see it off him. It's like that's like from the Phantom Ruby. So I'm guessing this is like a mix between like Sonic Forces and Sonic Colors a little bit, because in Forces, our character can use the Wisp as weapons. So I want to say this is kind of like a sequel to Sonic Forces, because we really don't know what happened at Infinite completely.
Actually, you believe it or not, that this actually might be a Sonic Forces sequel, because I actually recently discovered that the Sonic Generation people are making this game, along with the people behind Sonic Forces.
That's what I'm getting at too, because like it feels like this is like Generations all over again.
It basically is, but it may not be entirely what we think it is, because the information that was talked about a game that was basically supposedly to come out, which might actually be this game entirely, and how Sonic was able to move around in a circle and like and shift his direction, is kind of entailing that this could be the very, very first massive open world Sonic the Hedgehog game.
If we haven't made Sonic games like that either.
Yes, I know. I'm saying this could be. You could say like a Breath of the Wild type thing.
Yeah.
Anyway. And so here's more information that we've learned. Okay.
Okay.
From what I've seen, hold on. Let me go back for a quick second. Where's that thing? Here we go. All right. So it's possible in open world, populated with small enemies, puzzles, and platforming challenges. With completing basically, and for what this guy stated before, completing puzzles, challenges, enemies, rewards, experience, which can be redeemed in a skill tree.
Skill tree?
Yes. And does that make any sense?
That is something we've never seen in a Sonic game.
Yes.
No, I take that back. Sonic and the Seven Rings had a similar thing where you could, with the ring you were holding on your finger, you could switch out different abilities and stuff. So it's similar to that, but not like a skill tree. It's like
you switch out different abilities for certain levels.
Yeah. It's not like you earned a skill. It's like you earn it and then you could swap it off and turn it off whenever you like. Like whether as a skill tree, you earn it and then that's the move set you learn and you keep. So similar to that. So, but not exactly.
And yes, well, but there's more. The skill tree unlocks abilities like the spin cycle, where when you held Y, Sonic starts tracing a line behind him, and you can finish a circle. And if you finish a circle, it attacks all enemies inside that circle. So basically, if this is true, Sonic is getting a new form of speed power. But when I also think about this, it reminds me of Knights. I'm not joking. Remember, when you do a similar thing in the Knights video game, the same thing also happens. It creates like a form of attack.
And based on your oh, sorry, my bad.
Go ahead, CZ.
I was gonna say like the way you described like Sonic forms a circle and it attacks enemies within that circle. That's the kind of same mechanic with Wonderful 101 back on the Wii U. Use your stylus to use your minions to create a circle, and then all your characters attack all the enemies within that object. So that's kind of like the same mechanic from the Wii U days, and they're trying to pour into this.
It's possible. And of course, lock-on attacks have returned as well, which is not surprising.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, I mean, it depends if you really want to have something just appear in the way, like you pretty much have an attack ready for you.
Well, that's true. I mean, I kind of grew up with lock-on attacks with the Sonic games I played. Because I mean, it would be really hard to try to jump on an enemy
It wasn't really that hard in previous games, dude.
Well, no, I meant like if in the classic games when it's like 2D side scrolling, it's pretty easy to jump on enemies. But if it's like 3D and you're facing forward, for me, I think it would be really hard to get down to jump.
I get what you mean right there.
Because I think I just end up jumping over them.
especially if the camera screws you over.
Exactly. You're like, you instead jump over a ledge instead of jumping on the enemy. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. And so there's also this, which stated that there are bosses spread through the open world. Defeating them grants orbs. If you get enough orbs, you can go to a portal and go to a cyberspace, which is interesting. Cyberspace levels are generation styles, and the music goes hard. I have no idea what that means.
I get the feeling that the whole orb thing it reminds me too much of a different game.
I get it now as I read for it. The cyberspace is a place that basically grants us the Chaos Emeralds, like how we used to do it back in the day.
Oh, like in the Sonic 2 game.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that was actually called cyberspace. I just thought that was just another cool little mini challenge place.
So it's kind of like special stages in the classic games.
Yeah, in a sense.
Like we do in Heroes.
Well, I never played Heroes, so.
Yeah. and basically it states here that there are exploration and combat during the whole thing. And of course, it's also been confirmed that Roger Craig Smith had done voices for this already, which is interesting. But no one else so far from what we've seen. But it does say here that Tails, Knuckles, and Amy might have actually been present as a playable characters.
Ooh. Wait, is Shadow in there too?
We don't know yet. But like I said, take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be disappointed if they don't have Shadow in there, though.
Yeah.
Give it time. Give it time.
Okay.
Yes. It says here, in order to get to the bosses, we have to gather all 7 Chaos Emeralds. And by defeating them, it's stating that by defeating the enemies with the Chaos Emeralds, you can basically each part of the world that you're in is trapped around a thick fog, and as you defeat each boss, the world expands and the fog dissipates, and another part of it is open, which is interesting, I'll admit.
I've seen games like that before. They won't reveal the next area until you beat the first level.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And now there was this other thing that also really, really interests me as well. That was part of the whole battle and everything as well.
Let's hear it.
During the boss battles, basically, your company. Apparently, this may be also part of the storyline of the game as well. You're accompanied by a ghost girl, who, by the way, refills your rings during the battle.
Now that's an interesting, like, how they say that, a ghost girl. Like, how's that relevant? Like, the only thing that comes to mind is like or
Night of the Werehog ghost girl.
Yeah, but I don't see how the Ghost Girl from Unleashed is playing into this.
I don't think it's the same Ghost Girl. I'm getting a funny feeling that this goes into my other theory that Sonic and the gang are possibly in ancient ruins where a new form of power is awakened. Eggman must have did something, and now the world is at risk because Eggman unleashed a evil thing.
It's Eggman's fault, isn't it?
Yes, so it's also possible we may be going through the whole Tikal and Chaos route, where Tikal, when Chaos was free, Tikal was also freed.
That's right.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'm thinking Tikal more than this.
So you think the place we're going? Do you think the place we're going to is on Angel Island?
I don't know. Like I said, this whole thing shows that the game. This whole thing is showing that there is a open world. There are exploration to do, mini challenges to do, puzzle solvings, all that stuff. We don't know what to expect. All right.
Does it mention anything about the Master Emerald?
No, only the Chaos. So far, only the Chaos Emeralds are present.
Okay. All right, so that's still up in the air.
They'll probably just like include the Master Emerald. Probably, I'm assuming like a later date, possibly. They're just going by what they have so far, just to build up a story.
Yes, and now. So basically, the guy stated that the title was indeed called Sonic Rangers. We don't know if that's entirely the case or not. It could be. Maybe Sonic Rangers is basically for the Japanese. Zap could be for the US people. We're not too sure.
Oh, okay.
We don't know yet, all right?
You need more time.
So here's what so basically what I've gathered is that, yes, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, maybe, it's stated, is part of this whole thing. We don't know about the other characters. We don't know what to expect. Only that Sonic has a new power. The Phantom Ruby may be involved, which means Infinite could also be involved as well. We don't know, and we know that there is this. The whole premise of this kind of reminds me of Breath of the Wild, but also mostly reminds me of Bowser's Fury. That you have to when the world expands and everything. So
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I haven't played Bowser's Fury yet either, so.
Yeah. But the guy also stated that this game is an open world adventure, but in his way, he stated that it takes heavy inspiration from Breath of the Wild. So that
heavy.
now, as in heavy inspiration, that there tells me that they are literally trying to make this a big world as possible for it to last. So we know the game's gonna be open world. We know that weirdly enough, that at least that's what we think we know. Like I said, we have to take this with a grain of salt. But if it was open world, and what I see here is indeed the case, then this Sonic game might be a new breakthrough that the fan base needs. But at the same time, how it's done, knowing that the creators of Forces are involved, is what concerns me.
And we had our mixed feelings and opinions when it came to Forces.
Seriously, mixed feelings.
Yeah.
I just hope there's no freaking classic Sonic. Okay.
Please, no more
classic Sonic, please.
That was self-promotion with the same time when Mania came out. We don't need that. You're already pouring that.
Keep him in his own little world, just for now. Please.
Just for now, please.
Or at least make another Sonic Mania that's actually a prequel to this.
That would be more interesting. Then that makes it worth it.
But don't have Sonic come back again, please. I'm tired of that.
Same.
And no more character creation either. Please.
Don't get me started on that. That was horrifying. Ugh.
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting aspect of it.
It was interesting and everything, but how you could create your character as like a spring still questions me to this day. It was like,
wait, you could make it as a spring? What do you mean?
Yeah, there's an option in Sonic Forces, like the spring in the Sonic games, in order to jump up. You can have that as your avatar on your character.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
I'll fire up my game. I'll show it in a print screen to you later, Ultimate.
All right. Sheesh.
So we only know what this thing has stated, that this anonymous leak was made that was basically leaked back in January of this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like
I'm just saying, for what he's saying, this could be exactly what this game that we saw at the Sonic Central could exactly be what this guy is stating. The other thing that really concerns me though, is he said that the game, yes, it's still in early dev, but it was a very rough experience. He said the exploration was boring, and
oh no,
yes, and he also said it was not a very fun time for what he played either.
Oh boy, that's bad news.
Yeah, that's the one thing that really gives me like a really bad vibe. I want the next Sonic game to be great. I do.
Yep.
But
they might be rushing it.
Well, the fact that we haven't heard for 3 years of any form of new Sonic content until now, and to also know that Roger Craig Smith has already done his line for this thing. Yeah. So it's possible this may have been in development shortly after Forces was done.
We already know Forces was rushed.
Yeah, I think it's because they put more money on the character creation, is what it was.
And again to self-promote Mania.
Yeah. Maybe I think if that's the case, if it's still like rough and they're planning to come out next year, if they're going to make any like good plays, I think they should. Everyone's probably going to hate me for saying this, but they should probably put it off at least another year to keep working on all the bugs, all the different experiences, because the same thing happened to Breath of the Wild. When they first announced it, it was scheduled to release in 2015. But all the stuff they had to go through, they pushed it back till 2017.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Breath of the Wild is my most hated Zelda game. I'm going to be honest with you on that one. It's my most hated.
What?
Yeah, I don't like Breath of the Wild.
Get out.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't like it.
Because of the puzzles or just personal reasons?
Everything, really. The whole open. I mean, I like the open world. I like the fact that everything just seems fun, but I just hate the fact that everything breaks on you.
Oh yeah,
that's tolerable. I can understand that. That's tolerable. That's a good reason.
But I have a good feeling that Sega wants to showcase more of this at E3
And when's the next E3?
next month, which is actually the day after tomorrow.
Oh gosh! So it's at the end of the next month.
No.
Oh no, you just said next month, which is the day after the. Oh, so like in the middle of the month.
Basically Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, that's a lot sooner than I thought it would be.
So here's all I know is that Microsoft is having their conference on the 13th of June. So it's gonna probably be around that time. So just prepare. So be prepared for like some new stuff. Hopefully, some more information about this Sonic Rangers or Zap, whatever it's gonna be called. All right. And so now that we got these out of the way, there is one thing I want to say before we end this, and that is I have a message for Sega. Okay.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were waiting. Like, go ahead.
Sega. After the disappointment with Sonic Forces, I have very little interest to trust your capability of giving us a good Sonic game. And to be quite honest with you, that new Sonic game made by fans called Sonic Omens looks kind of more promising than the stuff you have right now. So I'm going to just say this. Please don't rush this out. Alright? I want a fun, good Sonic game from the people that actually own the freaking IP. Alright? And please give us more characters to play than just Sonic. Because to be honest with you, Sonic being the only character you have to play to save the freaking world seems pretty cliche at this point, alright? Can we have other options? Like more ways to play a Sonic game? Please, can we go back to the old adventure ways? Please? Where every character has its own story to tell? Please? Because, to be quite honest with you, if this new Sonic game is just as bad as Forces, I'm practically not going to buy another Sonic game from you guys ever again. And that may sound like a threat, but yeah, it's a threat. Okay? Thank you, and good luck. That's all I gotta say.
Need it. They're gonna need all that luck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being serious, by the way, guys.
We don't blame you.
Yeah, maybe if they just handed the reins over to Nintendo once in a while, maybe we
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, probably
if Nintendo gets their Sonic needs to be with the fans, is what it needs to be.
Sure.
I mean, it's like
they need to start listening to the fans.
I mean, like, I love Sonic games. Like, I've been a Sonic fan ever since SA2 Battle came out, and same with Heroes and so on. And that's, like, why I enjoyed those two games more, because you play as other characters in the team of 3, or you can play an individual character for each level. It gets more variety, it's more interesting, and it develops a character and how fans develop their passion for that character. It's like, you got Sonic fans, you got Tails fans, Knuckles. The list goes on. We need that type of development for each character. Don't shout out like forgotten characters such as like Cream, SBO, or anything like that, because that hurts the fans more than anything. It's like you got to throw away all these wonderful characters. Like they're not gonna even bother anymore because it's so they don't focus on Sonic. It's like it's gonna go so far, and yet it's gonna end up so cliche. It's like, oh, it's just Sonic. I'm not gonna purchasing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be fun to play more characters, and not the avatars. Avatars don't count.
That's what I'm talking about. I want a new Sonic game where we start playing more than just Sonic. I'm tired of it always being about Sonic. I want to go back to playing Tails. I want to go back to playing Knuckles. I want to play Amy. Yes, I said that. I want to play Shadow because he's my bro. I want to play as Rouge. I want to play as Omega. Seriously.
Heck with it. Play as Eggman. Play as all the villains.
Oh,
does anybody but Sonic?
Wouldn't that be fun?
And if it's not too hard,
do that.
If it's not too much hard to ask, can I also play as Silver or SBL, please?
Ooh, if you could play as Silver, that'd
or
be
Vector
great.
or Charmy.
Oh my god, playing as Charmy.
If I ever play as Vector, I just spent the entirety of the game just screaming, "Where's the computer room? Where's the computer room?"
I knew that was coming.
That's all I would do if I was Vector.
But yes, as I stated before, if you ask me, if Sonic went to Nintendo, the freedom we have of the Sonic IP would go away.
Oh, well, I didn't see that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm. Because one thing I learned about Nintendo is that they are very, very clingy to their IP. Sega, on the other hand, has always allowed us to use their IPs for our own personal benefits. They don't, and in a way, it's actually kept Sega alive for a long time and probably still will. Yeah. But if this game does not deliver, I'm probably gonna just call it quits with anything they release. Okay?
Yeah.
Because to be quite honest with you, I've been disappointed countless times by Sega too much already, and this game better be longer than Forces, because just beating that game in over just 2 hours, unacceptable, absolutely ridiculous.
That's not even a game. That's more like a demo.
Exactly. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, at least we got Infinite out of it. That's the only perk I see out of it.
If Infinite is in this, it better be under better circumstances.
Yeah, like that would be really interesting to
Infinite
see.
needs more better character development. He needs to be what Sega had been making him out to be, like some new menacing villain. I'm sick and tired of all this child-friendly crap. We need something more dark to actually keep this game actually worth playing more than once.
And to give some more options and not just like it's all focused on Eggman, just like I would do in Mario. It's all focused on Bowser. Infinite's like a Mobian villain, and that's definitely new. It's like the last Mobian villain we had was back in Sonic 06 with Mephiles.
And even that didn't last long.
Yeah, that didn't even last long. It's like, and that's another thing. Bring back Blaze the cat. She's a tough enough fighter as next to Sonic is.
Oh yeah, bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
And bring Silver back too while we're at it.
Definitely.
Yep.
We can't have one without the other.
Nope.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think we've said everything we need to say about what we've known. All right. These Sonic Colors being reported into an Ultimate sounds fun. This new Sonic game sounds interesting, but at the same time, I have very little hope given Sega's past of bad games. And, of course, there's a port of classics, which I will gladly actually support.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be so much more fun. I could actually beat the game for once, because now I know how to do it.
All right, well.
Need a year's experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, guys, it's been fun. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day, and peace out, everybody.
So long.
Later.